What started as a simple flyover just turned into a full-blown government showdown. 2 US Army pilots were facing serious punishment. Careers on the line. Suspended. Under investigation. And then, just like that, it all disappeared. No penalties. No consequences. No investigation. Because when Donald Trump stepped in, everything changed overnight. And now the biggest question isn't what happened. It's why it happened. The moment that started everything. It all began with one viral video. At his massive Nashville estate, nicknamed the Southern White House, Kid Rock was relaxing by his pool when something unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, 2 Apache attack helicopters roared overhead. Low, loud, and way too close. It wasn't just a flyby, it felt like a full military display. Kid Rock stood there, soaking it in, waving, celebrating the moment like a patriotic tribute. Behind him, a replica Statue of Liberty. The symbolism couldn't have been louder. Then he posted it. And within hours, the internet exploded. Fans called it iconic, patriotic, unforgettable. But behind the scenes, the US Army wasn't celebrating. They were furious. The military crackdown, what looked like a cool moment online, quickly turned into a serious problem. Because those helicopters weren't supposed to be there. Military officials at Fort Campbell immediately launched an investigation. The accusation: unauthorized flight operations, breaking aviation safety protocols, and possibly putting lives at risk. Within hours, both crews were grounded, suspended from flight duty, facing potential disciplinary action that could have ended their careers. Army spokesperson Major Montreal Russell confirmed it publicly. The situation was being taken very seriously. And just like that, what started as a viral moment turned into a nightmare for those pilots. But then, Kid Rock stepped in. Kid Rock fires back. Kid Rock wasn't about to stay quiet. He quickly defended the pilots, pushing back hard against the narrative. According to him, this wasn't unusual at all. Helicopters from Fort Campbell fly near his property all the time. And more importantly, he welcomes it. He even revealed he's told pilots before, "Come by anytime." That changed everything. Because now this wasn't just about military protocol. It became about intent. Were these pilots reckless? Or were they just responding to a known, friendly location? Suddenly, the situation wasn't so black and white anymore. But what happened next? Nobody saw coming. The story reaches the Oval Office. The controversy didn't stay local. It shot straight to Washington. Reporters brought it directly to Donald Trump. And his response? At first, almost joking. He suggested maybe the military was just protecting Kid Rock. But then he got serious. He admitted the pilots probably shouldn't have been playing games. But then dropped a line that changed the entire tone. They like Kid Rock, and I like Kid Rock. That wasn't just a comment. That was a signal. And within hours, everything shifted. The decision that shocked everyone. Then came the moment that stunned everyone watching. Pete Hegseth stepped in publicly. No quiet review. No long investigation. Just one message, posted for everyone to see. He shared Kid Rock's original video and wrote, "Pilot suspension lifted. No punishment. No investigation. Carry on, patriots." And just like that, it was over. The investigation, gone. The suspensions, reversed. The pilots, cleared. No hearings. No consequences. No follow-up. A complete shutdown. What this really means. This wasn't just about helicopters anymore. This became something much bigger. Because rarely, almost never, does a military investigation end like this. Normally, these cases take weeks, sometimes months. But this ended in hours. From suspension to full clearance, just like that. And now people are asking, was this about patriotism? Was it about influence? Or was it something else entirely? Because one thing is clear. This wasn't a normal outcome. The aftermath. For the pilots, this is a massive relief. They went from possible career-ending punishment to being completely cleared overnight. For Kid Rock, it's a major win. Another moment that fuels his larger-than-life image. But for the public, this story raises bigger questions than it answers. About power, about influence, and about how quickly things can change. When the right people get involved, the backlash begins. But just when it looked like the story was over, a new wave of reactions started pouring in. And not everyone was celebrating. Critics immediately began questioning how fast the decision was made, and more importantly, why. Because in the military, protocol is everything. Every flight path, every maneuver, every clearance, it's all documented, reviewed, and enforced. So when an investigation disappears overnight, people notice. Some argued this set a dangerous precedent. That rules might not apply the same way, depending on who's involved. Others pushed back even harder, saying this wasn't about favoritism. It was about common sense. That the pilots weren't acting recklessly. That no one was hurt. And that the entire situation was blown way out of proportion from the start. And just like that, the story turned into a full-blown debate. The real question no one can answer. Here's where things get complicated. Because there's one question nobody seems able to answer clearly. Were the pilots actually in the wrong? On paper, flying low over private property, especially that close, can raise serious safety concerns. There are strict altitude regulations, strict operational rules, and breaking them usually comes with consequences. But context changes everything. If the area was familiar, if similar flyovers had happened before, if there was no real danger, then suddenly, this doesn't look like a reckless act. It looks like something routine, misinterpreted once it went viral. And that's the gray area. That's where this entire story lives. Power, influence, and timing. But there's another layer here people can't ignore. Timing. Because the shift didn't happen gradually. It happened instantly, right after the situation reached the highest levels of power. That's what has people talking. Not just what happened, but when it happened. Because without that attention, would the outcome have been the same? Would the pilots still be suspended right now? Would the investigation still be ongoing? No one knows. And that uncertainty is exactly what keeps this story alive. Kid Rock's role in all of this. And then there's Kid Rock himself. Because whether people agree with him or not, he changed the direction of this entire situation. From the moment he spoke out, to the moment this reached national attention, to the moment everything was shut down, he was right at the center of it. That's influence. That's visibility. And that's the kind of presence that can turn a local issue into a national headline overnight. For his supporters, this was a win. For his critics, it raised even more questions. But either way, he didn't just witness the moment. He helped shape the outcome. Why this story isn't over. Even though the investigation is officially closed. This story isn't done. Because situations like this don't just disappear. They leave a trail. A conversation. A precedent. And whether people see this as a victory, a controversy, or something in between, it's going to be talked about for a long time. Because at its core, this wasn't just about helicopters. It was about authority. It was about perception. And it was about how quickly everything can change. When attention hits the right level. So now it's your turn. Do you think the pilots were treated fairly? Or do you think this situation should have gone much further? Drop your opinion below. I want to hear where you stand on this. And if you're following stories like this as they unfold in real time, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Because the next headline might already be happening. And before we come to the end of this video, I just want to take a moment to say a very big thank you to all of you for watching. Your time truly means a lot. In a world where there are thousands of videos you could be watching right now, the fact that you chose to spend a few minutes here with me on Hajararama TV is something I truly appreciate. This channel continues to grow because of viewers like you. Every view, every comment, and every bit of support helps this community become stronger. And that's what makes creating these videos so rewarding. If you enjoyed this video, please take a quick moment to like the video, leave a comment below, and share it with your friends or anyone who might enjoy this content. Your interaction really helps the channel reach more people who love stories, entertainment, and updates just like you do. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Hajara Rama TV, and turn on the notification bell so you'll always be among the first to know when a new video is uploaded. There are many more exciting videos coming your way very soon, and I would love for you to be part of this journey as the channel continues to grow. I also enjoy hearing your thoughts, so feel free to drop your opinions, ideas, or suggestions in the comment section. Your voice matters here, and your feedback helps make Hajara Rama TV even better. Once again, thank you so much for watching and for being part of this amazing community. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, stay entertained, and keep watching Hajara Rama TV.